3, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff.
After 53 years, NASA just sent real astronauts back to the moon on Artemis II. And this mission was straight up insane. You're about to hear the full epic story, the launch, the crazy problems, the record-breaking journey, everything. But here's the best part. You're finally going to find out exactly what NASA saw on the moon's surface with their own eyes. Brand new craters, wild colors, the mysterious far side, and stuff no human has ever witnessed like this before. This is next level. Let's dive in. For 54 years, the moon was a ghost. Since the departure of Eugene Cernan in December 1972, the lunar dust has remained undisturbed, a gray desert of stillness that seemed to mirror our own receding ambitions. The silence was heavy, burdened by decades of shifting geopolitical tides and the cold reality of economics. While conspiracy theorists whispered of dark discoveries or alien deterrents that supposedly warned humanity away from the lunar surface, the truth was far more pedestrian, a pivot toward low Earth orbit, the crushing costs of the post-Vietnam era, and the end of the Cold War's frantic drive. Yet, on April 1st, 2026, at precisely 6:35 p.m., that silence was shattered. At the Kennedy Space Center, Florida, the atmosphere didn't just vibrate, it tore. The Artemis II mission was not merely a technological demonstration, it was an emotional reclamation of our identity as explorers. After 5 decades of looking through telescopes and remote rovers, humanity was finally going back. This mission represents the bridge between a nostalgic past and a multi-planetary future. The 54-year gap, once seen as a symbol of stagnation, has now become the foundation for a more sustainable, more diverse, and more technologically profound return. We are no longer visiting as rivals in a race, we are returning as stewards of a new era. The weight of that half-century of waiting has been transformed into the kinetic energy of a new generation's dreams, fueling a voyage that goes further than any human soul has ever traveled. The vehicle tasked with breaking this half-century of terrestrial confinement is the Space Launch System, or SLS, a titan of industrial art that stands as the most powerful rocket ever built for human flight. At the moment of ignition, the SLS generates a staggering 8.8 million pounds of thrust, a force so immense that it creates localized seismic events. Within the first 120 seconds, the twin solid rocket boosters provide 7.2 million pounds of that initial violence, pushing the Orion spacecraft through the Max-Q barrier, where the atmosphere fights hardest to hold us back. But the true masterpiece sits atop this pillar of fire, the Orion Crew Module and its European Service Module. The Orion is a leap of half a century in engineering sophistication. The Service Module, a 13,500 kilogram powerhouse, carries 8,600 kilograms of propellant, along with redundant reserves of hydrogen and oxygen that far exceed mission requirements. This ensures that the 4 souls within are never more than a system check away from survival. One of the most revolutionary upgrades is the communication array. Unlike the grainy, ghost-like transmissions of the Apollo era, Orion utilizes a 260 megabits per second optical communication system. By passing infrared laser beams through a specialized 4-inch telescope, the spacecraft maintains a 4K ultra-high-definition live stream across the 250,000-mile void. This isn't just for data, it is for connection, allowing the world to see the curvature of the Earth in real time, as if we were all looking through the same porthole. Navigation is handled by a suite of inertial measurement units, star trackers, and advanced sensor algorithms that allow the ship to know its place in the cosmos with millimetric precision. Safety, too, has been redefined. The auto-abort system is a sentinel that never sleeps. It is capable of detecting a catastrophic launch failure and separating the crew module from the main vehicle in milliseconds without waiting for a human command. Within the cabin, the crew interacts with touchscreen-compatible gloves and an interface that looks more like a modern cockpit than the switch-heavy boards of the 1960s. Every element, from the shock-absorbing seats to the free-floating exercise systems, is designed to mitigate the brutal toll of zero gravity. Even the food has evolved, with machines capable of rehydrating and heating meals to provide a sense of earthly comfort in the cold vacuum. The SLS and Orion are not just machines. They are the pinnacle of human persistence, a chariot of fire built to carry us back to the heavens.
In the annals of human space exploration, Artemis II has delivered its first breathtaking images from humanity's latest voyage to the Moon. Captured during the crewed spacecraft's record-breaking flyby, these photographs offer an unprecedented window into our nearest celestial neighbour and the profound beauty of deep space. As the Orion module skimmed just 4,000 miles above the lunar surface, surpassing the distance achieved by Apollo 8 in 1968, its cameras recorded moments of wonder that will inspire generations. The mission began with striking views of Orion approaching the Moon, the brilliant blue Earth visible in the distance behind a waxing crescent. 3 worlds aligned in a single frame: our home planet, its cratered satellite, and the fragile vessel carrying 4 astronauts farther from Earth than any human since 1968. Yet the most captivating sequence reveals a total solar eclipse as seen from lunar orbit. Here, the Moon completely obscures the Sun, plunging the spacecraft into nearly an hour of darkness, an eclipse lasting 54 minutes, far longer than the fleeting moments experienced on Earth. Earthshine bathes one edge of the Moon in a faint, ethereal glow, revealing the position of our planet just out of frame. In the background, Saturn, Mars, and Mercury gleam against the star-filled void, their light captured during the prolonged exposure made possible by the Moon's temporary dimness. Tiny bright specks on the shadowed lunar surface are not stars, but dead pixels caused by intense cosmic radiation. As the Sun re-emerged, dramatic shadows traced the Moon's rugged topography, highlighting the dramatic relief of ancient impact basins. Another image, bathed in Earthshine, unveils the dark lava plains of Mare Crisium and a brilliant point of light, Venus. Separate frames even capture Orion itself, silhouetted against the eclipsed Moon, a poignant reminder that human eyes and hands guided every exposure. The crew, Commander Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, appear in candid moments of awe and professionalism. They are shown preparing protective eclipse glasses, operating cameras through specially shrouded windows, and sharing quiet excitement as they documented the flyby. Closer still, the images zoom in on the Oriental Basin, one of the Moon's youngest and best preserved impact features. Concentric rings and countless overlapping craters speak of billions of years of cosmic bombardment. In a touching tribute, the astronauts proposed naming 2 small, previously unnamed craters after their spacecraft, Integrity, and after Reed's late wife, Carol. These features now honor both the mission and a beloved family member. Sweeping vistas reveal the Terminator line where day meets night, casting long shadows across jagged mountains, smooth mare regions, and bright rayed craters such as Aristarchus and Bergius. The South Pole Aitken Basin, the largest and oldest on the Moon, appears in stark relief. Earth and Moon share the frame in poetic Earthset and Earthrise photographs, echoing the iconic images of the Apollo era. Swirling clouds over Australia and Oceania drift beneath a crescent Earth, while the lunar limb frames perfectly circular craters and central peaks formed by ancient molten rebounds. These photographs are only the beginning. As Artemis II returns home, a wealth of additional imagery travels with the crew. Limited bandwidth means many files await physical return, but the images already released remind us of the enduring power of exploration. To expand our horizons, deepen our appreciation of Earth, and reaffirm humanity's place among the stars.